Guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Dr. J, and I will be explaining you guys as to why some people are still stuck on childhood trauma. Now, the reason why some people are still stuck on childhood trauma is because of the past experiences that they may have had with an individual, whether it be parents, family, siblings, cousins, friends, or people in your everyday life that who just come to harass and bully you. Um, now This could also be another reason as to why some people are still stuck on some things. That would be one thing would be high school. And it's that, some people, high school is basically one of those last other things that, people really would consider, like their last contact basically with everybody up until everyone decides to move on to life, go to college, have kids, or go through the prison system or end up 6 feet under based upon stupid decisions or just being at the wrong place, wrong time. Um, if there's one thing that I will say, and it's that I myself, I'm a victim of childhood trauma. Let's say that when I was little, um, cousins used to pick on me. And still to this day, I still look back at the things that, what they did. And as for being a victim of childhood trauma, guys, it is absolutely no joke. And what I mean by it's no joke, I mean that's something you basically gotta like live with for the rest of your life. I mean, you can be the most nicest person and still get bullied, harassed just because you're nice, you look different. Or if some people know that you're going to be entirely better than them in the future. Um, and apparently that was the case, you know, with everything that led up till today. Um, I gotta check my subscriber count because I don't think none of my family members know I do YouTube, but I don't think they do. But I just wanted to just put this out there, and it is that um, you are very unique in your own way. And it's such a shame that some people really need to prey on you just because you're different from everybody. I mean, sure that you do. Sure that you may not smoke or drink or just do bad things, but if things were actually different during your childhood, then it wouldn't really be the case now as to why you wouldn't want to hang out with them. But going back to the bully situation, and with me being a victim of that, um, my cousins bullied me for like 7 years straight, and I was hoping that I would get some support from my mother, that she would actually protect me, my big brother, or my grandmother. But basically, guys, I was on my own. I mean, they knew that they were trying to fight me. Guys, I had to basically defend myself. Nobody wasn't there to defend me. I mean, I had to do what I had to do on my own. I mean, no one wasn't there to hold my hand, but I basically had to hold out on my own. But worst case scenario is that we could have got into a fight. I could have snapped and broke somebody's neck, or I could have like killed somebody. I could have killed one of them because they were messing with me. And yet I told my parents like, hey, they won't leave me alone. Like, can you talk to their parents or like talk to them to get them to stop messing with me? But nothing wasn't being done. And I'm like, hey, I know y'all hear all that fucking fighting and shit that we was doing outside and all that yelling, but yet this is why I say, man, you don't put your children in situations like that. For me, I would have been fine at home by myself, playing the game like I always do. Like I would have been fine with that shit, man. But it's more so to say, um, you know, things like that. actually does, make somebody, think about the things on the long run. And at my eighth birthday party, um, I told my mom, like, hey, do not invite them over here. Please do not invite them over here, Mama. I'm asking you nicely. Please do not invite them over here because if you invite them, they are going to start something and they're going to ruin it. And she took the shit as a joke, but I think maybe like a month or so later, my birthday came, and guess what? She invited them. I told her, oh no, I already know some bad shit is gonna happen. So that whole night, we were just playing Halo, eating pizza, from this pizza parlor that's right around the corner from my house. It was a nice restaurant. Like I love the pizza, and they had a little birthday thing for me. I think it was a Spider-Man one. So they put little special, little sweet sticky things on them and whatever. Like I enjoyed it. It was so good. I loved it. And my best friend was there, and his friend, and I think another one of his friends too. But we all just played Halo that night. We watched the movie, and we just had a good time. But that morning, when everyone was basically leaving, my best friend and his people, because he had a baseball game to go to. Um, all right, man. I'll see you later, bro. I think maybe like 45 minutes later. This was around maybe like 9 or 10 a.m. Uh, let's just say that my baby cousins wanted to start shit. They wanted to fight me now. Uh, um, they wanted to fight me, and basically, uh, my cousin was playing Saints Row at the time, and when I tell you guys, it's like I kind of sensed that I kind of knew they were gonna start some shit. So basically, I was sitting down and he was trying to move me out the seat. I said no, like I was sitting here first. Like no, this is my seat. So he ended up pushing me, and I pushed him back, and we got to fighting, and I basically had to hold my own weight, and I did. I prevailed. But after the fighting stopped, I went to my mom's room, and I told her what happened, and um, l- I think no, not no. Actually, though, what I did was, yeah, I went to my mama's room and I told her what happened, and then I went off to the bathroom crying, or I think I went to the bathroom first before I went to go to my mom's room, but I cried in the bathroom for like 30 minutes, and this is why I say, guys, it is always, good to have emotions, to always, say what you really feel and say what you really mean. Because, if you just let all that stuff just stay in your body, like say in your system, like say in your mind for so much, it's gonna build up on you. And that's what it did on me. Cause, I didn't really tell anyone about the shit, man. I mean, if people out here really thinking that trauma and shit, you know, like childhood trauma doesn't matter when the shit does. It does. It does matter. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That shit does matter. It doesn't matter if it happened a month ago, 12, 15 years ago. No, that shit does matter. Because you are the person who has to live with it because it happened to you, because that's what they caused to you. Um, so going back to the story, um, my brother knocked on the bathroom door, asked me if I was okay. I'm like, no, nigga, I'm not fucking okay. Y'all let this shit happen. I told her not to invite them. That's what she did. I told her because they were gonna start shit any fucking way, like they always do. I told her not to invite them, and she did it anyway. And yet they wanna apologize and shit. And then meanwhile, I think that same following year, Thanksgiving was happening, or at least I think it was. It was like I was 9 or 10, Or I think it was like my ninth birthday party. I think it was. Or no, actually, it was my eighth birthday party. But Thanksgiving came around the corner, and same case scenario again. They wanted to fucking fight me. I'm not. Look, I'm getting tired of this shit, man. But this is what happens when parents don't step in and do parenting. Cause what my mama should have did was checked his fucking mama and daddy and my other cousin's mama too and his daddy. Cause ain't no fucking way you finna be out here bullying my son at his birthday party and bullying him all these fucking years, and yet I'm I keep telling y'all to leave my fucking child alone before I get dirty or he get dirty. That's how I really wish that my mama really would have just handled it. But instead, no. I had to handle this shit on my own. I really wish it was something that my grandmother could do, my big brother could do, but don't ever let someone try to say that childhood trauma doesn't have an effect on you when it does. And I felt like they was always jealous of me. You know, I was nice. I didn't mess with anyone. Like I didn't even mess with them on their birthday parties. Like I didn't, because I didn't start anything because I was an honored guest. Because I was an honored guest to be there because I got an invite. But trust me, guys, someone is always jealous of you because you look good. You know, you smell good. You know, you look good. You know, you dress right. You know, you have an overall good appearance of yourself. You know, you keep yourself up to date. You know, whether you're nice, you know, you're smart, or you're just blessed with this, you know, high intelligence. I mean, that's just the thing. And another thing to note that you do matter. So I hear the case all the time where, oh, like I don't matter, I'm hearing this all the time. No, you do matter. Even though you think you don't matter, but trust me, it's a bad thing to see when one person wants to take their own life or have someone to do it for them because they just given up hope in this world that good people are just very hard to find. And, never ever go down that route. And back uh, back last month was Men's Mental Health Month, but man, we have to, you know, look at the better options that we do have because that is not the way to go. And it's so many people that take their lives every year. And it's a very sad situation because these things are not talked about. And it's important to note that our mental health is actually very important because we are human beings and we do matter in this very society that we live in because we keep the bridges going, we keep the power on, we build the houses, we keep the upkeep of society. That's what us men do, we fix things and we maintain the very society that we live in because we provide infrastructure. That's what we do as men. But this is just to address, childhood bullies. We all have had that. Some of us may have had not had it because we were lucky enough, but some of us did have that bully. Like I was bullied in elementary school because I was like the quiet kid. I didn't mess with anyone. Like I didn't, I didn't really talk much basically. But when you just have a good mind, like minds or whatever, people they take that as a threat. That's what they do. They don't like that. You're you and you basically you have something good going for yourself. They deem that as an issue, so they basically want to try to take you out the game. That's what they merely just want to do because they're jealous of themselves because they could never ever be like you. But if there's one thing that I want to go ahead and just clear up, and it is that you bullies out there, y'all need to stop this. Because it'll make no sense as to why you just want to mess with somebody. Because they look some type of way, or if they're just not intelligent, or they just don't really talk to anybody. And I'm telling y'all, y'all need to leave people alone because a lot of y'all still to this day, with the age y'all at now, y'all gonna find out the hard way, whether it be a bullet to the brain or an ass whooping. That's what's basically gonna happen. I'm just keeping it real right now. Uh, but guys, fast forward to 2025. I do not hang out with none of my cousins. I'm sorry, I don't. Unless it's somebody from my father's side, then yes, I would hang out with them. But other than that, I don't hang out with none of my cousins on my mom's side. I don't. But I don't hang out with them. No. And it's for that reason. Because number one, they're messy. Number two, is this bullshit going around? And number three, they like to talk about somebody. And guys, I blocked my story from every single one of them. So, see, this is why I don't like having family on my social media. But when I do get the time, I will actually make a new Snapchat just so in that way I don't have them on there. Because, guys, when I tell you, you do not want to have your family on social media, you don't. You don't want to have them on there. I promise you, on God's green earth, you do not want to have them on there because when people start talking, they're gonna say, "Oh, such and this and that." You know, he said this and said that on social media. Your family doesn't need access to your social media. They don't. They don't need to be on there. And I'm a strong and firm believer of that. Your family doesn't need to be on your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Facebook. Like, I'm just a strong believer that parents too. I'm sorry, grandparents, uncles, aunts, nieces and nephews, uncles and aunties. You do not need to have them added on social media. I'm just a firm believer of that. But anyways, guys, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. And I'ma holla at y'all on the next one. Take care of yourselves and each other, and have a good day.